else who might need some help with some of these IXLs, we'll start off with IXL S.7. I'll work through a couple problems and hopefully that gives you a better idea on how to go through and do these. And just for reference, I'm working on these on the app, so as long as you're working on your Chromebook, you should be able to go through, do these just like I'm doing them here. So there are a couple different problems with this IXL, or different types of problems, and so you really have to pay attention to what they're asking for. They might ask for the area, and remember the area of a circle is a equals pi r squared, or sometimes they ask for the circumference, which the circumference is either 2 pi r, or the circumference is also pi times the diameter. Uh, so either of those would work, but definitely pay attention to which one IXL is looking for. So here it asks for the area, so we'll use our area formula. We've got a equals pi r squared. So we've got pi, and then our radius goes from the center to the edge. So that's 5. So we've got times 5 squared. And at this point, you might be tempted to grab your calculator and just type it in, but IXL asks for something in simplest form. So if you remember me talking about how I'm I'm kind of math OCD and I don't like decimals. Well, in this case, IXL doesn't like decimals either. And so instead of typing pi into your calculator and getting some crazy decimal, what we're going to do is we're going to leave pi as it is and just do what's being squared. So we've got 5 squared, that's 25. And so our final answer is going to be 25 pi. And we kind of leave pi in that answer just like a variable. And then once you've got that, you can come over here, type it in. We've got 25 pi. That's our answer. Submit, and there we go. So next, let's see what they give us now. Here it's the same thing, so it's area. We'll use that area formula, a equals pi r squared. So we've got pi times 4 squared, or 16 pi. Okay, this time they give us the diameter. And so remember, we're still trying to, if you read through, it says the diameter of a circle is 5 centimeters. What is the area? If we're finding area, we have to know the radius because that formula is pi r squared. So to get the radius, we take this, divide it by 2, and we get 2.5. And so we're going to have this equals pi times 2.5 squared, which should be 6.25 pi. Let's see if I remembered that square correctly. 6.25 pi. Hurrah! So, having squares, perfect squares memorized can be helpful. Oh, here's an old friend. So, again, same thing. A equals pi r squared. Pi times 8 squared gives us 64 pi. I'm looking to see if there's one that shows up with a circumference. Oh, and here it is. So remember the circumference, that's a different formula. And so you can either use 2 pi r or pi times the diameter. So use whichever one they happen to give you. Here they gave you the radius. It goes just from the center to the edge. And so we'll use c equals 2 pi, and our radius is 1. And again, they want our answer to be in simplest form, so we're going to leave pi kind of like a variable and just multiply the numbers. So 2 times 1 is 2, and so our final answer is 2 pi. Now they don't give us a picture, now they just give us words, so we'll have to go through, read carefully for what they give us. So we're told the radius of a circle is 2 meters. So if you've got this circle, we know the radius is 2 meters. And then we want to know what is the area. So looking for the area formula, it's pi r squared. Again, it's in simplest form, so we leave pi as it is and just do the radius. So 2 squared is 4, and our final answer should be 4 pi. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. I'll go ahead and do one last problem with the circumference, and then we'll take a look at some of the other IXLs. So circumference, remember that's 2 pi r. And so our radius here from the center to the edge is 9. So we've got 2 times pi times 9. Remember, we just want to multiply the integers in this case. So 2 times 9 gives us 18. Leave that pi like a variable. Hopefully you're not getting hungry from me saying all this pi. Um, but yeah, there we go. Let me know via email if you've got some questions.